Hey guys, this is your card fight channel here. Instead of playing today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like deck profile kind of going on, also going to Core TCG and showing you guys how what the prices are if you want to make the deck, if you are thinking about it. You've seen this deck play, but just to give you a sense of how much it would take to buy the deck, and anything else, like if you already have the deck, what cards would you play? Because I know sometimes when we're playing, you don't know all the cards that are in the deck. So, let's start. So we start with our 4 heal triggers. There's only 1 heal trigger in all of the gold paladins, so he's standard, you play 4 of him. Then I play 2 Falcon Knight Azor. Then I also play the other draw trigger, the Weapons Guwanda, I think his name is. Reason why I play, because this deck's a lot of draw power, so I don't want to play 8 crit for draws, because draws are actually good cards. They help you draw more cards. They help you draw what you need. So I think it's good if you have like the 6 and 6 is kind of even. I don't play stands like you guys see over here. Stands I think are kind of a waste of time sometimes, not all the time. And then you guys see 2 victory flame of victory, because I play the other 4K, the other crit trigger. I play the Silent Punisher, I think his name is. Okay, and then we have Gigantic Destroyer. I play 4 of him because his effect is just he gets plus 2000 when you have a Gold Paladin Vanguard, which you always will because you play a whole Gold Paladin deck. I didn't pull him up. So let me just pull him up real quick for you guys. So like you see, Core TCG is very nice. They updated the way they are listing their cards. You can sell cards to them. Vanguard, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, I think I said Vanguard already, I'm not sure. But yeah, they are really good. You can they either send you money for whatever you want, like they'll like actually buy the cards from you, or you can get store credit. They did update their like site completely. I always buy from them. So like you see, Gigantic Destroyer, he's 99 cents. He's always been 99 cents. I bought him for 99 cents. So, like, just they get for your $4 is like nothing sometimes. So you guys see. He's a really good card too. Then Great Silver Wolf Gomor. Okay. Now you know how Gomor plays. Counter last 2, go into your deck, get grade 2 or lower. Plus 5000 when you have limit break 4 or more in your damage. Now, the only thing that I would recommend from Gomor, I know it's gonna sound completely ridiculous. Don't buy Gomor by herself or himself. I don't know, whatever you think Gomor is, don't buy them by themselves, because it's gonna be very expensive to buy them by themselves, because they're gonna be $15 each. But then you need to buy the booster box, because you know you want your Elegant Knights, you want your Superior Skill Bowmean, you want your 4 heals, your 4 crit, your 4 stands, your 4 draws. So I got 3 booster boxes, and then I stole my sister's Great Mokomore because she's not playing her deck, so I don't see what's the need of her having one if she's not going to use it. So because of that, I took hers, and that's what happens. I know that's kind of mean to me, but you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Parting is kind of love. Okay? If she's not going to use it, someone will. So I use it. Next, Halo Mark Shield. Probably the most goddamn expensive card in this whole entire deck. Yes, and I'm being very serious about this. Halo Mark is a $30 card who everyone is buying. Now, if you sell Halo Mark to Core CCG, You get $15 cash, or you get store credit. I'm not how much the store credit is, or like online credit. I don't know. It's like their website credit. I don't know. I don't know how would you phrase that. Kind of weird because it's not necessarily online, because you know you're not buying from anything online. You're buying from them. So necessarily I would suggest paying 4, but if you don't have it, 2 is good. If you buy 1 Halo mark, you can pay for a box of Cavalry or Black Steel. A box like this would probably cost you 30, and a bigger box like this would probably cost you 60. So 1 mark buys a whole box of Vanguard of 15 cards. Buy 2 pays for 1 box. Yeah, I realized that. Expensive card, perfect shields. You need them. You need it. You need him. That's it. That's all I can say. You need him. People are not willing to trade for him unless you're trading for something extremely high in price. I'm being serious. Tried trading for a mark. I got denied. Despite the fact it was in the guy's trade binder, he denied me and I was highly upset. Okay, not gonna dwell too much on that. Next, I play 4 Elegant Knight Grafta. Standard because I need like him to boost, because he's a great booster. He hits 8. He's the AK vanilla. He comes in the trial box, so like you don't really necessarily need to buy him at all. And also Knight Superior Bowmains. He comes in the box. 4 of him come. He's the vanilla grade 2. You don't need to buy him. If you have cards to replace him with, that's great. Necessarily, you don't need to buy him because he's a card to like throw on the field when you do Gamora's effect if you don't have anything else to throw on the field. But Listener of Truth Dunderain, she's not she's useful to the deck, but she's not necessary to the deck. If you guys get what I'm trying to say. Like you soul blast one, so you're just necessarily taking one out, and then like you draw a card if you have a gold paladin Vanguard. It's a good effect. You get cards, you have more cards in your hand, and you're like just taking one out of your soul. And gold paladins don't run on things in your soul, so it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do something. No, you're fine. Doesn't matter. And unfortunately, she's like the card that's been like sold out like 3 times every time I've tried to buy her. So I'm gonna have to wait again to buy her. But she's $7.99. Originally, when the box first came out, she was like $5.99 or $6.99. She was like $5 or $6 card or something like that. And now she went up to $8 because people saw the usefulness of her. And at the same time, she's a very pretty card. So I play 4 of her just because it's useful for me if I get her on the fields. But her effect only goes when she's from the rear guard to when she's called from the deck to a rear guard. Little Batatron is the 10k booster when they have a full field or more cards than your opponent. Usually only behind your Vanguard. Just to show you quick if I can find her. She's only 20 cents. They have 20 of her. She's a common. You can find her anywhere. I have like a few of them. It's like not that big of a deal if you have her or don't have her. You can switch her in and out for different cards. Now this is a guy you really like. If you're playing the bunny deck, the bunny build, you need to play him. Like I suggest it. Lap Ear Shooter. A lot of people call him Lap Ear. However you pronounce his name, he's a great deck. Okay. So when he appears from the deck to a rear guard, take a hand in your card, discard it. Take the top 3 cards, select 1 gold paladin from the first 3 cards, call it to a rear guard, and put the other ones in the bottom of your deck, whatever order. He's a good card. I play 4 of him like you guys see. Alright. He's 249. They have 14 of him. Suggest you get him. He's a cool looking card. He has a great effect. He is an 9K hitter. He has very good number if you have the vanilla behind him. Trip just lets you unflip a card in your damage when it hits a vanguard. 9K hitter, grade 2. I play 2 of them because necessarily that's what I have in my possession. She's only $1.99, so like $2. They have 13 of them, 13 of her. She's a rare, very pretty looking card. She's a good card. I play 2. Then I have my 4 crits. Silent Punisher. Like I said, 6 crit, 6 draw, 4 heal. Dagger. Excuse me. I play 2 of him because I get to counterblast 1, and then he gets plus 2000, making him a 9K hitter. But that's whenever I want. So like by himself, he's a 7K boost. That's great. And then oh, I didn't tell you how much Stagger Dagger was. Stagger Dagger is $5.99, but he comes in the booster box. So that's why I said buy Gamora, but don't buy her by herself. Buy her by the booster boxes, because then you get Stagger Dagger, you get multiple copies of card that you might need. Then Speeder Hounds, because he's a draw trigger, and I can play the other draw trigger, the one that excuse me, that comes in the deck, the trial box. But for the fact of it, it's the bunny deck, so I decided if I was gonna play online, I should have the bunny card. But yeah. In reality, I play the other one, the one that comes in the box. But I just like to, not use the same triggers if online there are different ones. He's only excuse me about my voice. He's only a 20 cents card. He's a trigger. If you buy him in the box, he's a common. You'll probably get 4 of him right away. So it doesn't really matter. And then obviously you need your starter. Spring Breeze Messenger is the best starter for Gold Paladins ever. So when a Gold Paladin card rides over him, you call him to a rear guard. Like you guys see, when I play him or when my boyfriend plays him, we play this deck, we usually put him behind the vanguard because it allows for his second effect to go off much easier. When he has to boost a card, and then you have to counterblast 1 and put him into your soul when he boosts, and the attack hits the vanguard, which is usually it's probably gonna go through the first time. You get to go to the top 3 cards, choose one of the cards, and add it to the field, but it comes in rest. That's important, guys, rest. Don't think you can attack with it. Can't. And then the other 2 cards go back to your deck, so it's essentially the same effect as Lop Your Ear Shooter. But Lop Your Ear, he has to be from the deck to the rear guard. This is just the attack has to hit and he has to be boosting. Okay. He's only a 49 cents card. He's a rare. People might pull a lot of him, so you might be able to trade for him very easily if you have something. Like you guys see, I do not play Pelennor, just because if I was gonna make the deck online, I wanted to make it to be as realistic as possible as what I would get. Pelennor is obviously a $20 card. I cannot afford to buy 4 Pelennors. So in reality, that was out of my price range, so I couldn't buy that card. There are still other cards that you can add and not add to the deck, like Holy play Vivian, Holy acts Numwe. Some people play her, some people don't. So that's the way I play it. That's the way my cards are coming in. This is the way my deck will be. I might do a deck profile on it just because I might make some changes to it when I have the cards and see what I have here. But if I do wind up changing it, I will let you guys know, and I will post the battle next. Just a quick thing, guys, we may be only doing 3 videos a week instead of 1. Alright? Bye guys.